So, Angela, talk a little bit about the. Do you have any memories of a special conversation or something about movies that you felt like there was something special about his insight into them, or could you describe a little bit about what you felt made his interest so unique?
Well, he certainly saw all the movies. He had an incredible memory for remembering performances and most individual actors and he would talk about them and talk about his reaction to their work and so on. He was extremely knowledgeable about the business. And when you think about how he began, he was a young actor, actually, as we know, and he never really pursued an actor's life. He became an observer of other actors, which was so interesting, which he was brilliant at. He could talk about and describe a performance better than anybody I ever knew. And I love just listening to him talk about performances and shows that he'd seen and movies that he loved. And he was a man of our business, and there weren't too many of them. And we treasured those people because they were aware of the work that we as actors put into our shows and our movies, our theater, whatever it is. And he understood it totally. He was right there in the middle, and I loved that about him. He was just terrific. I miss him today.
You know what I thought was wonderful about Bob too. I'm sure you were with him when people came up. People came up and they were dead to talk to him. And when he was talking to you, it was as if you were the only person that existed. I never saw Bob, if we were together and somebody came up and said, "Oh, tell me about something," he gave his whole attention to them. He never turned to me and said, "Carole, I'll be right with you." It was none of that. I thought that was a rather remarkable trait, because people were pulling at him and asking. The happiest day of his life, he called me and said, "We're going to have champagne because, well, I don't work a computer, so you people will know this. I'm still with pen and ink and quill." But I'm not kidding. But he called me and said, "Siri and Alexa made 3 mistakes." So we had, you know who those tramps are, don't you? That's what he called them. I'm not kidding.